Coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee, where dreams are made and fame is just a root scoot away. It's the Nashville Entertainment Weekly Show, the new show with your host, TJ Cates.
We're going to talk about your film. I promise that
we can talk about all of it, but we will talk about the film, believe me. Even if you want to talk about the chopped salad, we're still going to talk about the film.
Can we really talk about chopped salad? Because I need a sponsor for my show. I'd love to get it to be Cheesecake Factory. Hey, this is TJ. We're on the red carpet at the Nashville Film Festival with Miss Sharon. And I think you're going to recognize her because I did.
Thank you so much. If you've watched television in the last 20 years, I guess it's been 20 years since NYPD Blue. So, yeah, I've been around for 20 years on TV. That's true.
That's good. Good for you. So I was pretty impressed. So here we are in Nashville. So what are you doing in Nashville?
I'm here with a film called Grace, and we screened today, which was the 18th, and we'll screen again tomorrow, the 19th. I'm not sure when this is posted, but it's a beautiful story about alcoholism and recovery, and I said yes to being part of it because of some of the actresses involved that I was so impressed by. Annika Marks, who was in the sessions that you'd probably recognize from the Oscar season 2 years ago. Anyway, we shot the entire film in a lovely little town in New Smyrna Beach, and coming here to this festival was a chance for us not only to share this film with a festival that I recognize has such wide range of taste. It's very exciting, and its history, since 1969 means that the Nashville audiences have a curious mind, and I think that for us to premiere here, not only give us a chance to get together again, because the producer, it really is her story, what it meant for her to come to a little town in Florida at the bottom, when she hit bottom, and find a town that helped her get back on her feet. And Nashville is a story of reinvention and dreams coming true, and I think it's very fitting that we end up here.
Your show will be there?
Tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Yep. It's a good way to start.
I'm going to have one of those seats.
Today. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
I'll be the guy in the back clapping a lot when it's over because I'll be thinking how wonderful it was.
I hope so. I hope you enjoy this very intimate but yet universal story. It is. The recovery community blew my mind. I myself haven't actually had any personal experience, but I did my research, and I was fascinated and impressed with how clear the understanding is of what the program can do. And as they say, it works if you work it. And there's a lot of courage and a lot of will that goes into recovering from any kind of addiction, and I tip my hat to anybody who's stepped in those shoes.
Well, good for you. Now, where do you see this film going after this? What's going to happen with it? Because it sounds like it's really going to make a difference for people.
Yeah, that's a great question. Films like this that really are handbooks, not only of a process that people are living in terms of the authenticity of our story, and I heard a lot of people say, yes, it's exactly what it's like in the meetings, and they got it right. They really understood it. We don't want to just preach to the choir, but yet it can be a tool like the Big Book, something I learned about, the Big Book in AA.
What is that?
It's a book that Dr. Bob and Bill Wilson, who created AA, because they recognized they were both alcoholics, and they knew that alcoholism requires daily vigilance and support. Those are sort of the elements. It's a triangle. It's a higher power, believing in a higher power, having daily commitment to taking it one day at a time. The only way you could do that is with support. That's why the meetings are important. The meetings aren't there as a punishment. The meetings are there because you're with people who understand and support it.
You have to know that you're not the only one going through something.
Right, that's right. And I think that this could be very helpful in the library of materials for AA, but it's also a story about connection and vulnerability and finding grace in the truth about yourself, that when you tell the truth about yourself, there will be grace that comes along with it. It doesn't mean that there won't be pain, but it does mean there will be grace.
Sometimes,
and that's the name of the
think,
film, is Grace.
Grace is the name of the film. And don't you think that you have to go through some low spots before you can really, if some people don't ever hit low spots, I don't think that they appreciate the high spots. And we find that in Nashville. Some artists start out and they go right into multi-million dollars and maybe they don't appreciate it. So sometimes it's kind of good in your life, somewhere in your life, to hit a low spot because it makes you appreciate the high spots. I personally believe that. So you're going to help out a lot of people. I think that's great.
And you know, this is a universal truth. As Winston Churchill said, you learn more from the failures than you do from the successes.
I believe it.
Amen.
All right, well.
This is certainly a success here, this festival, definitely.
I think it is too. Okay, how long are you in town?
Till Sunday.
Is there any films besides yours that you know of yet? Are you going to research them a little bit?
Yes, I saw Vic and Flo See a Bear. Fascinating film out of French Canada, out of Quebec. Fascinating movie. I've heard good things about a lot of other ones, and I'll spend the day tomorrow and the night seeing movies. Hours at 10:30, and then the rest of the time. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see you at 10:30 to see Grace. I'm excited. It was nice meeting you.
Nice
Thanks.
to meet you too,
Thanks,
Simon.
Sharon.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Let's go. Your swagger. No, he ain't got that little cleft in his chin. He ain't no way better, 'cause you're the baddest country